So whenever I record a video before, I would take me like 15 takes at least. And now I've gotten to the point where I can just rant to the camera because I feel that comfortable. And what I've realized is the cheat code to content creation is authenticity, comfort, realness, all those like packaged together. And it's not just a matter of reps and just repetition that gets you like the comfort on camera. That is very important, but there are also other certain things that you can practice, like mindfully practice, so that you speed along that process and get comfortable a lot faster. So back in the day, meaning like a year or so ago, max, I used to be very, very uncomfortable on camera because I'm very uncomfortable when it comes to presentations. And at least when you do a presentation, you can like talk to someone, or like someone else is actually there. But when you're by yourself, just talking to the camera lens, or just like look, even if you're trying to look in your own eyes on the camera, it's just hard, man. And I think I know a lot of business owners struggle with that because they know they want to create content for their business, but they don't really know how to make themselves comfortable on camera. And when they can't do that, then it's a struggle to take 10 takes every time they record a video. And so that's why I've seen different channels on YouTube talking about how to get comfortable on camera. And I want to like specifically focus on that for business owners because there's so many obstacles when it comes to business owner content creation that have to do specifically with recording the content. For example, a lot of the time people don't really know what to talk about. That makes them awkward. They might not feel comfortable with themselves in general. That makes them awkward. They might not be comfortable with the camera specifically. That makes them awkward. And there's so many obstacles to being that cause people to be awkward. And the reason I focus on people being awkward as important is because video is about feel. Yes, it's about visuals. Yes, it's about audio. But it's really about the way that the person makes you feel during the video, after the video is over, like at the beginning of the video, and that determines whether you're gonna stay around or like click or watch something else. Because if someone just doesn't something doesn't feel right, people don't really care about the information. They care about whether like they feel good. You know what I mean? Like it's just an instinctual thing. And so applying that to comfort on camera, if you're not feeling comfortable, if your voice doesn't sound comfortable, if you're speaking way too fast, or just like stumbling over your words, or the edit looks awkward because you cut it so many times because you weren't able to flow, then that's just not really going to be good. Or another thing is that if you like take a lot of takes, a lot of times you kind of forget where you are in places. So when you finish the video, the flow isn't very good. And so all these are obstacles to making a good video because essentially this is like what I've been saying. You want to be comfortable, but you can't just force being comfortable. So if that's the case, then what do you need to do in order to feel more comfortable as a business owner making content? Well, the first thing is, like I'm saying, intentionally practice. So every day, I would say, record a video, but it doesn't mean you have to post a video. At the very worst, you create a library of useless content, but probably that wouldn't be true. We'll probably have some use for it because we're usually like too hard on ourselves. So we usually are like overly critical, especially as business owners. But record every single day, maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Would start off, just do 1 minute because I know if you think, oh, 5 minutes is so long, then that's going to stop you from like doing the work. And so record yourself for 1 minute a day for the first week, then 3 minutes a day the next week, and just come up with like little ideas about your business. It could be frequently asked questions that you always get. It could be information that the average person doesn't really know about your business. It could be internal processing stuff. Like whatever it is, just put it put it on camera in practice because it's going to suck. There's no way to get around the sucking on camera. I've had people who are great at presentations and they still suck on camera when they first start out, especially it's just something different about a camera. And knowing that there's only one take, knowing that there's if you like mess up, you're gonna have to have hell in the editing room. Like it's just a different mentality. So that's the first thing to do when it comes to practice. Just practice daily. And then on top of that, there are also, and I covered this in a different video, there are also just weird things you can do to make yourself feel more comfortable in life in general and realize, because it makes you realize that life's really not that serious. For example, if you're walking down the street and you're just like, you're on a road with cars, just stare at them in their car. Just like stare at them, do not break eye contact. It'll weird them out, it'll make you uncomfortable, but it's just like one reason I love doing that is because people are always locked in. So half the time people don't even see you like staring at them. And then if they do, it's kind of a weird moment, but you're like, oh, it's not really that deep that I'm like making people uncomfortable or they're making me uncomfortable. Like that's just a part of life. And so it's a weird exercise that I do all the time, but I do it just to remind myself it's okay to be uncomfortable. It's okay to make other people uncomfortable. But more importantly, it's okay to, just because it's uncomfortable doesn't mean don't do it. And so, yes, this is a PSA saying, please stare at people in their cars. So, overall, you need to get out of your comfort zone, and that means pushing yourself to record for longer than you can, usually, pushing yourself to record again during the day, another time during the day. And the best way to like be comfortable is to be in flow. So if you have an idea that you want to record, don't like write it down and then do it later. Like take out your phone, take out your laptop. If you're in your office, just do it right there. Record what the idea is while it's still like fresh and in your mind. And from there you can make pretty good content, because if you try to plan it out later and like write down the bullet points, say, okay, this is take one, okay, this is take two, like that's just not really going to work that well. And the thing about being comfortable on camera as well, it's kind of like stage fright. It's like you're always going to have a little bit of resistance. There's no like getting rid of it, at least that I've seen. And so I would say it's about, like, yes, consistency will lead to comfort, and then practice will lead to comfort. And getting out of your head, like it's so hard to get out of your head. It's like meditating. Like it's hard to consciously try to get out of your head, but I have to emphasize the word flow. Like I'm gonna keep on saying it, flow, 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 because it's about feeling but also not feeling the flow, but also not being caught up in thinking about the flow. And when you do that, you will have the flow, period. You get it?